This is Conrad Ridder. You're listening to The Voice on WXBN in Plymouth, Massachusetts on a foggy night here in March of 1957. WXBN will be sponsoring a Red Cross blood drive to take place at the station here on Saturday morning. I'm Conrad Ridder, and I'll be seeing you. You're listening to The Voice. This is Conrad Ridder on Late Night Talk Radio here at KRB in Los Angeles, California. Good evening, television is talk. I'm Conrad Ridder, KCBC, Los Angeles, California, and we're here to talk. Television is talk. You're listening to the wee hours of the morning with Conrad Ridder for the Integrated Media Group. We're taking calls from around the world as you listen to The Voice. I am The Voice, Conrad Ridder. This is Conrad Ridder, and this is Political Review, WMOS in Orlando, Florida. We'll be speaking to the senator tonight. Which senator? We're leaving that to your imagination. You're listening to The Voice, Conrad Ridder. Good evening, everybody. This is the Conrad Ridder Show here in Orlando. Tonight we'll be talking with two former presidents of the United States. They'll be talking to The Voice. I am The Voice, Conrad Ridder. Kathryn's just an average woman trying to make a living. However, there are thoughts that are inundating her mind. What's stirring up all the trouble is that Kathryn is actually seeing back in time, although she doesn't know it, seeing back many years across the country to the beginning of the career of talk show host Conrad Ridder. Conrad Ridder, who began his career in Plymouth, Massachusetts, and worked his way to the top of the political ladder as he prepares to run for governor of Florida. Kathryn's dreams are overtaking her every conscious thought. When she's driving, she drives off the road. When she's trying to get to sleep at night, she can't sleep. The dreams are so vivid, she thinks that she is back in 1958. Her friend Roz suggests that she go see a very strange psychiatrist/therapist called Dr. Sakalatita. She takes a day off from her business at Donnelly & Associates, leaving unprocessed orders, chargebacks, and company reports on her desk. This therapist, of course, is off the beaten trail. Way off the beaten trail. This guy has powers that Kathryn cannot even apprehend. As she moves into this area far outside of town, in a rural section, she also knows she's breaking up with her boyfriend, Eric. Inside Sakalatita's office is a mural with fallen warriors with a golden wheel above the warrior's head reaching out to a white bearded man on a silver chariot. Sakalatita's voice is very clear and to the point. He starts singing Indian songs as music is playing in the outer office. Sakalatita tells her that time is like a butterfly in the storm. However, Kathryn is not buying everything that he's saying in there and ends up leaving the office. And it's Sakalatita who brings her and her friend Roz through transformation therapy. Transformation therapy means that he's going to be the vehicle to bring them back in time. Roz is an excellent friend to Kathryn. Roz is also the comic relief and the blunt-speaking sidekick to Kathryn as she goes back in time. What's really driven her over the edge is the fact that two young people who were going to get married were murdered by Conrad Ridder in 1958, and she keeps seeing this vividly in her own dreams. They were murdered at Plymouth Rock in Plymouth, Massachusetts, right down where the tide comes in, and then their bodies were dumped in the bay. But Kathryn sees this vividly And when she's back in 1958, she suddenly realizes that she has to face the young Conrad Ridder and then Dimitri, his manager, who accelerated Ridder's career up to the pinnacle. As a construct in the book, Kathryn's boyfriend has left her. She's ready for another romance, and she meets a guy called Tucker. And they move forward as Tucker starts to understand what Kathryn has been dreaming through the eyes of Shane, who was murdered, and he's been dreaming through the eyes of Billy, her boyfriend. What's really good about this is the way Tucker and Kathryn are dreaming the same thing and are drawn together through time to solve the problem. And Roz is in the middle of it all, being herself, which really holds the book together. The other people from the future that are very, very old are very, very young, and that's always a good contrast to have in a time travel novel. It's important that Sakatita be the vehicle, as well as bringing in a paranormal type of activity into the book, which makes it even creepier in some places. This is where the time travel novel takes a turn toward being a mystery as they try to unlock what's going on with Ridder and why he killed those kids. And at the same time, Ridder and Dimitri know that Kathryn and Tucker are on to them. Then they decide that Kathryn and Tucker must die. In the meantime, they actually run into a young cop who in the future was in a nursing home. And in the future, he always had some suspicions about what happened back in 1958. But here he is, young and vital, and ready to help them uncover Ridder's dastardly crime. It moves forward on the south shore of Massachusetts into a final confrontation in the city of Brockton. So in the end, justice is served on Conrad Ridder. In other words, Conrad Ridder gets what's coming to him.
This is Conrad Ridder, and I'll be seeing